Many good stories begin with a tragedy. This is one of those. Oh, Well, I'm playing an older version of a mod called Better Than Wolves. So from here, I have to recover. I spawn somewhere far away, and I have to slowly, no seriously, watch me get just 2 of them, gather up 13 planks. You know what? That makes the point. From there, I make a crafting table and 2 wooden pickaxes, each with 1 durability. 2 stone will make me an axe, and an axe will let me split logs. With a bunch of wood, I can gather up 3 more stone for a stone pickaxe, durability 6. I'll also want a door if I want to survive. I find some coal. 1 coal will make only 1 torch, but 1 torch will hold back the gloom. That night I run into a creeper, and it destroys my crafting table and furnace. That's painful, but it could have killed me, so it's not that bad. While I'm out hunting for food, I get pretty lost, but since I lost my crafting table and furnace, I just set up a new base. What's lost is already lost. The next morning I go out caving, and I find some iron. I'll only get 1 nugget per ingot, so I'll need 27 for a pickaxe. I'll only need 4 more for a compass, though, because the compass recipe has been adjusted to take nuggets. I find more iron still, but a creeper gets behind me. All of a sudden, this short run is over, and I'm starting over, somewhere far away. Once again, starting from nothing, I get a new table, new wooden picks, a new stone axe. Then I go hunting. Unfortunately for me, I misjudged the durability use on my axe. I just don't have the durability on it to break down enough wood for a stone pick. I make it back to spawn, and break a bunch of logs by hand. I even get a new axe! Unfortunately, I can't see my screen past the glare as night falls, and I don't quite finish a pickaxe and a door in time. A creeper blows me up, which doesn't quite end my run here. It's been less than a day, so I spawn close by. But also, it is still night. I make a break for it, trying to get back to my items, but a squid gets me, causing me a long death by drowning, and now I'm stuck in a loop. I wait 10 minutes to end the spawn loop. I spawn in here, and I make a new axe. Once again, I hunt extensively with my axe. Once again, I don't have enough wood to make a pick. As night falls, I think it's a new moon. In that case, gloom will kill me, so I try to get to the bottom of this ravine for light. I die as I hit the bottom. Again, it's too soon for me to respawn elsewhere, so I respawn where I was, and I learn that it's not actually a new moon. You can't see it, but I'm drowning, because I've given up completely on this cycle. You know what game is actually fun? You know what game does judge me for being bad at it? Burrito Bison. I'm gonna go play Burrito Bison. And Burrito Bison played, tilt ended, 10 minutes wasted, I respawn in this desert. After walking a ways further, I make it to this area which has trees. Axe. Pick. Now I hunt. Coal. Door. Placed. A zombie decides he wants to live with me. He demonstrates his desire to do so by attempting to break down my door. As the night ends, I decide to do some work off-stream. At the start of the next stream, I've gathered a bunch of things, including 27 iron ore. To stop zombies from annoying me endlessly, I start building a dirt fortress. First, I cut them out, then I put dirt down and put slabs on top. Zombie won't be able to get in. Now I just have to light it. Unfortunately, it doesn't protect me against spiders. And that proves to be my undoing. Ripperino, 27 iron. I spawn high up in the mountains. I make an axe, and apparently kill a chicken with my bare hands. I quickly get to pickaxe. After killing 2 more chickens, I grab up a couple coal at the same time. Door, second crafting table, and furnace. I found some iron. Look, free dirt. I go out hunting and get very lost. I find this cave, though. It's got tree. It's got coal. It's got gravel. It's got crafting table. I gather up more coal. I'll need some of this gravel as well. Along the way, I find more iron. This cave now has a furnace. I'll use that as a place to store my iron. The cave also has this pathway down to second strata, and 1, numerical 1, iron. These creepers just keep coming. It's absurd. They all blow each other up, though, so I actually live pretty easily. Later, a spider falls from the skylight and messes up my day pretty badly. It's always spiders, isn't it? The next night, I prepare to go back down to second strata. I block off one of the 2 pathways in this cave. I'm pretty sure the blockade wouldn't actually work, though. I find more iron, and mine up what should be my 27th iron with my pickaxe when the skeleton shoots me. I make a retreat, but ultimately I try to turn around and fight. I must be an axe durability away from winning this fight, but ultimately I lose. And in losing, I am forced to start over. Luckily, I quickly find a trait. I get an axe, do a little bit of hunting, and have enough durability left over for a pickaxe. I find coal early as well. Door? Placed. Second crafting table inside. I always do this. Furnace. While mining up some coal, I find this dark area. Also, some iron. This creeper decides he wants to join me, so I make a window and then kill him. Also, this zombie decides his goal in life is to give me his iron armor. Also, he eats the pork chop after he dies. A creeper gets up behind me. Luckily, I'm wearing this iron armor. This isn't foreshadowing at all. Moving on this mountainous terrain is very hungry work, especially when I'm rushing to get home. I confirm this is a ravine the next night, and decide that I'm not going to take any big risks exploring it this way. Instead, I decide to approach from the side. I mine through the night. The next day of resource gathering is even more hungry work. The terrain here is miserable. I continue downwards that night. I break through somewhere around midnight, and find this long pillar of water downwards towards, well, somewhere. I quickly build up a surrounding platform to make it possible to get back and take a leap of faith. I find this mine shaft. I spend a minute breaking the stone behind it, getting me down to the bottom of the ravine. I have to remove my armor to get back up, and it's damaged enough that I never put it back on. I make it back up, but I'm almost entirely starved by the time I get back. Then, I make this plan.
It's going to be a few days, I think, before I go back down there, because it's going to be a bit of a project. My big aim here is going to be to get just a bunch of wood. Like, I'm gonna get like 3/4 a stack of ladders, which is 48, which is...
Then, this creeper gets me. Red plan. That wasn't foreshadowed at all. I spawn in this jungle, and after a long journey, make my way into this taiga. Off stream, I realize this taiga is cut off entirely by jungle, and that I can't live here for long. So I island hop with this boat to get out. Eventually, I make it to this other landmass. That means that there's food available to me, and I also happen to find a village. Villages at this distance are semi-abandoned, which means they have zombie villagers, no blacksmith, and they have only wheat. This is the only way to get wheat, and they'll have no potatoes or carrots. I'd have to go another 1,000 blocks to find those. I can't make a hoe without iron, so I can only plant this wheat back on the ground. It's also not that useful. I can't make bread without a mill, which, unless I get a windmill, means I can't efficiently make bread at all. I find a ravine as well, which includes another mine shaft. That's worth exploring. They can have melon seeds, and the chests can have redstone in them. I choose to spend the night away from the village, worried that I haven't killed all the zombie villagers yet. I make a plan to get to the bottom of the ravine, and I make a ton of stairs. Then, I open up this house and fight the zombie villager inside. I then set up my new base in this tiny little home. I put some sand in this furnace and start making some glass. I also upgrade the area outside, adding stairs. With these 2 glass, a crafting table, and a door, I can completely close off the house, making it a safe place with everything I need except light. Then, I start the long process of digging down. I have to use the furnace for light. In the morning, a creeper blows up my house, so I have to rebuild. I spend the day gathering wood so I won't die, since it's a new moon night. Luckily, I find some coal, so it's a non-issue. I'll have light no matter what. I dig through the night, and I need to make more stairs. By the end of the night, I break through not that far away from the mine shaft. I spend the next day hunting. That night, I'm right back at mining again. I have to make more stairs, twice more on the way down. The bottom of this ravine is extremely far away. Early the next day, I break through very close to the mine shaft. I build a bridge over, then I throw down a door. This should keep my base safe from anything that spawns down here. That's definitely a cave spider spawner, though. I explore the mine shaft. Unfortunately for me, there's a few dead ends. I need to grab up more torches, though. I throw down a block to complete my bridge, and head back up. I only come back with a few more torches, but I'm pretty sure I'll find coal back here in short order. One usually does. I do find more coal, but unfortunately, this mine shaft is all dead ends. On my way back, I run into a cave spider. I win the fight, but I'm seriously injured. Then, a creeper gets behind me on my bridge, and I crybox to try to escape a skeleton. It's successful, but then...
Hi! Not really sure what I'm going to do about that, honestly. There we go, they got me.
Spiders. My eternal enemy. Speaking of my eternal enemy, I also die to one in this jungle right after spawning. Luckily, I respawn far enough away that I can easily make it out safely. I set up in a little gravel pit, and make an axe. Nope! That's a door! Ah! Luckily, I get an axe by nightfall and a pickaxe by the time mobs spawn. I throw down a furnace and use it for light throughout the night. The next morning, I gather some sand, so I'll have some light the next day. I try to get a second sand into the furnace, but I don't get there in time. It's fine. I still throw down a skylight. The next day, I'm digging for coal. I don't get any by the time day breaks. On the way back from gathering resources, I get a bow. It's not super useful, but it's still cool. I spend the next day mining, but I still don't find anything but stone. The next day, I'm out adventuring when I see this cave. I decide not to go in. And then, I get distracted by chat and fall in anyway. The fight with these two jerks injures me pretty badly. I'm in hell. I try to go down to grab some coal a few moments later, and I'm again jumped by two spiders. Ultimately, I take advantage of a higher ground, which mostly works. Then, I go down for coal once more, and grab up two of them, with my back to the spawner. I fight my way up to the spawner and fight two more mobs. I get lucky that more don't spawn, and then I throw down a torch on top of the spider spawn location, conquering it. My reward is some bread. Oh, and this redstone. I grab up a couple coal for that night. When I get back, I immediately throw down a chest, and throw the redstone inside. That night, with the ability to branch mine that I now have because of the coal, I find some iron. I immediately throw that in the chest. Then, I find some coal. Inside the coal vein, I find two more iron. I actually find a bunch more, but I have the 2 iron I need. Here's the celebration!
Yes, that's it! That's it! That's it! That's it! That's it! That's it!
I throw down a second furnace and immediately throw 2 iron into each. It's not that much longer when I make my compass. As soon as it's crafted, it points my way back to spawn. That's my basis. I'm going home. To prepare for the journey, I make a boat, a door, and a furnace. The next morning, as soon as the sun is over the horizon, I'm on my way. I go through meadows, over hills, and through rivers. When I place slabs, I place them only one way. I'm not coming back here ever if I can help it. Along the way, I run into a large body of water, which is dangerous to cross near nightfall. Squids stay low during the day, but they'll kill you at night. I also can't really stay near this swamp. Large slimes are really scary if you can't make armor or a sword. I am exploring a desert when I am reminded that this version of Better Than Wolves has sinkholes. Luckily, it doesn't hurt me too badly. When night falls, I throw down a dirt box, which will keep me through the night. During the night, I learn that it's a new moon. Luckily, I have both a furnace and torches, so this is easily resolved. Come morning, I break out of my box and head away. From here, I take a leap of faith. I don't know how far away land is. I know that I'm not too far from spawn. My compass has moved a little bit when I've moved laterally, but there's no promise that I'll make landfall before night. About halfway through the day, I see a jungle on my right. I can't land there, I will absolutely die. Although there is a sandbar on my right where I can build a large box if I have to. I follow the jungle a ways and see this forest. I land there. I try to walk around the jungle, but it wraps around quite a ways, and forces me off course several times. I spend that night in a little box also. My night is full of the cries of spiders and the cooking of meat. The next morning, I leave my box and set out. I'm forced off course again by this mountain range, and again by the edge of this swamp. Ultimately, I boat around it, and pass around the very edge of the jungle here. I can see my compass shifting substantially as I walk. I must be so close. Just as I'm about to be forced to box up, I finally see it. My windmill, backlit against the sunset. Moments later, I can see my torches. I am over my wall in a moment, and back among my cows, my chickens, my hemp, and all my chests. And that's my story. It was a hell of a journey, and it was genuinely really rewarding to pull it off. It had some real lows. I almost gave up several times. But I made it. If you'd like to see me go on more adventures, hit the like button, and as always, hit subscribe to see more videos from me. You'll also find the Twitch link in the description. Follow me there if you want to see me struggle my way through Better Than Wolves, and occasionally Hardcore Vanilla, live.